I'm the Global Runner and I'm trying to get under 2:30 in the marathon aged 51. And one of the important things to do when you're running as an older runner is to try and make sure that you don't get injured. And one of the ways in which I make sure that I don't get injured, touch wood, is to go to a physio regularly. And I'm lucky enough to have an amazing physio and a really, really amazing massage therapist, both of whom allow me to do more running than I would without them. And I don't go to the physio just when I'm injured. I try and go maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks, just as a preventative thing to get on top of things before they become an issue. And every time I go, Tyson, the physio, who is amazing, finds something that is about to become an issue, an area of my body that's tight, which he works on and makes sure that he deals with that before it becomes an issue. So I can't say enough about going to a physio and getting preventative treatment. The interesting thing was I went about 2 days ago, and as soon as I came in, he was asking me how things were. And I was telling him that, I've got a bit of a niggle on the outside of my knee, the Achilles was a bit sore, just generally talking about various things. And the first thing he said was, get on the table and line your back and take 3 deep breaths. Now, many of you know that in about mid-January, I had a bit of a lung issue, and I don't know if it was bronchitis or pneumonia, but I had a really serious cough and lung issue. And to be honest, I'm not sure it's 100% gone yet, but it made me pull out of the Houston Marathon, and it impacted my Mesa Marathon to the extent that as soon as I'd finished, I was knocked for 6 and I felt rough for 5 days, and in fact didn't get out of bed for about 3 days. So having thought that I was mainly over that, I went to see Tyson, and the first thing he said was that I was doing what he called reverse breathing. And so really when you have like a chest infection like this, apparently your diaphragm and underneath your abs can get super tight, and they just get tighter and tighter and tighter. And the way Tyson explained it to me was, you want your breath to go down into your lungs, but mine is going up. So what I'm doing is I'm lifting my chest. And he said, I bet you've got back issues. And I said, absolutely. So he knew exactly what he was talking about. So what he did was he loosened the abdominal muscles, and he did this really weird thing where I coughed, and he was trying to reset the diaphragm, which was crazy. Not the most comfortable thing I've ever had, but anyway. But one of the things that is key with this breathing issue is the fact that you want to get your air down. And so I was focusing on, trying to breathe with my belly, but Tyson was explaining that it's more important than that. You want actually your belly to expand, but the back and the sides to expand. When your lungs are expanding, these areas on both sides need to expand as well. And so I've been doing some sort of breathing exercises, which is crazy and I never thought I would do. But I've been doing those types of exercises to make sure that I'm filling my lungs. And certainly when you breathe in initially, or when I breathe in initially, it's not expanding down the bottom here. So I'm definitely not filling the entirety of my lungs, which is worrying. They're powerful tools, and you want to make sure you can use as much of them as possible. So hopefully these exercises change things. I do remember years ago going to Tyson with a similar issue, and I didn't know it at the time. I was about a week out from the Calgary 50K championships, and I just couldn't hold pace. And I was doing this same thing, and Tyson explained it as being like breathing through a straw. So he gave me, the rub down in the abdominals and loosened those up. And he also gave me some breathing exercises. And within 2 sessions, it was completely turned around. I felt completely different. And I went actually on to win that race. Again, 100% credit to Tyson. I wasn't going to start. I just went in to see him and said, I don't think I can run. And he turned it around completely, all through the breathing. So it shows how important this is. So I'm going to focus in the next few days on breathing. But I wanted to raise this as an issue in particular because this cough or lung infection or whatever it has certainly been going around Western Canada. I think it's probably been going around most of North America, if not beyond. And I've seen on Strava a lot of people who have said that they were struggling with this same thing. So if you have been struggling with that, maybe just make sure that you're properly filling your lungs. And if you're not, then try and loosen your abdominals, the sides down here, with a bigger ball. You don't want to crush your ribs, Tyson was explaining. You want a bigger ball, loosen your abdominals, and then make sure that you're breathing all the way down and using all of your lungs. So that is my experience post lung issues, and hopefully Tyson has found the fix. So hopefully that's been helpful to some of you. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Don't forget to mash that like button, and I'll give you an update on the training very soon.